Hello everyone, my name is Bharati from the 17th batch of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Kumila University. Today I am executed to present a fundamental concept in C programming, loop. Loop are the backbone of repetitive task input, and understanding them is key to writing efficient program. Let's dive into the how they work and why they matter. Introduction to loop. Loops are used to repeat a block of code multiple times, and they help repetition and make program shorter. General syntax. Loop type: initialization, condition, and update and statement. Type of loop. There are three types of loops. Number 1, for loop. Number 2, while loop. And number 3, do while loop. Syntax. For loop. Syntax: for initialization, condition, increment, and curly brace, code to execute in curly brace. While loop. Syntax: while, condition, and curly brace, code to execute in curly brace. Do while loop. Syntax: do, curly brace, code to execute in curly brace, while condition. 0, which means we are initialization a variable I with the value 1. Then we check the condition I less than is equal 5. As long as this condition is true by 1. Inside the loop, we have print a %di, which print the current value of I followed by a space. So the loop run with I is equal 1, then I is equal 2, and so on until I became 6. At the point the condition I less than is equal 5 become false and the loop stop. The final output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This example clearly shows how a for loop helps us repeat a text, in this case printing numbers without writing multiple lines of code. While loop. Execute the code only if the condition is true. For example, this slide introduced the while loop, which is used when we want to repeat a block of code, but only as long as a certain condition remains true. Let's walk through the example step by step. First, we declare the initialization the variable I with the value 1. Then we enter the while loop, which check the condition I less than is equal 5. If the condition is true, the loop execute the code inside the curly brace. Inside the loop, print a %di, print the current value of I. After that, I++ increase by of 1 by 1. This process continues until I became 6. At the point, the condition I less than is equal 5 becomes false and the loop stops. So the output will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One key difference between a while loop and a for loop is that the while loop separated the initialization, condition, and update. It gives us more flexibility, especially when the number of iterations is not fixed like 1. Only after executing the block, the coding I less than is equal 5 is checked. This continues until I became 6, at which point the condition falls and the loop stops. The output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This type of loop is useful when we want the code to run at least once, regardless of the condition, like in menu-driven program or input validation. Comparison of loop. This slide gives a quick comparison of the three types of loops we are just discussed for while and do while. For condition check before loop, fixed iteration. While, condition check before loop, unknown iteration. Do while, condition check after loop, at last one executed. Real life example. Now that we are explored the syntax and structure of loop, let's look at how they apply to real life programming text. The first example is display all student mark, and the second one process all item in a list, and the third one repeat menu option until exist is chosen. Conclusion. To conclude, loops are one of the most powerful tools in C program. Loops make program efficient and reduce redundancy. Choose the right loop based on your program's need. That brings us to the end of the today's presentation. I hope this screen help you understand how loop work in C program and how they make our code more efficient and powerful. Thank you all for your attention, your curiosity, and your time. If you have any question or thought, I did be happy to hear them now. Once again, thank you and happy coding.